Lathe work. I love lathe work. And today we're going to be making an adapter for this CBN grinding wheel to fit onto my Harbor Freight belt sander. And we'll be making it on my mini lathe. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And like I said, we're going to be making an adapter. Let's take a little closer look at my sander. This is 1 1/4. I want to make the adapter go from the 1 1/4 for the CBN wheel. And this is held on by a 10mm shaft. So the adapter has to go from 1 1/4 diameter, hold this on, to 10mm, that's 394 thousandths shaft. So let's get into that. The adapter is going to be made out of 6061. I have a couple of pieces like this. It's 2.5 inches in diameter. This is what I'm making here. This is the side with the 10mm for the shaft. And I'm going to drill it and bore it to about 600 to 700 thousandths deep. It's going to be 1.5 inches diameter. And after measuring that CBN wheel, I felt if I do it 1 inch 256, they'll give 2 thousandths clearance in there. I'm going to be cutting this side first, so I'm going to be grabbing on out here. All right, what I'm going to do is face it, and I want to put a center in it right away because this thing is really sticking out compared to the 1/4 inch, if that, being held onto. Let's do that. You know what? I'm going to put it up against the dead stop. I don't have a lock on my carriage. What I usually do when I'm facing is hold it up against the dead stop. It's another reason I use that thing so much. Let's put a center in this thing. I think that'll work. Center. I'm just using this center as a safety precaution. Because if I start really roughing, because I have a lot of material to take off, I do not want to flip this thing out and hit me. Let's do this. I'm going to turn back as far as I can and just clean it up. Then I will set my stop for 3/4 of an inch. Let's do that. All right. That's going to be the largest diameter on the part. And now I just need to set my dead stop for 3/4 of an inch. I think that's good enough. It's around 750. That's the part that's going to clamp on to the shaft. Okay, I'm going to try to take about 50 thousandths per pass. And I'm not sure the RPMs yet. I'll have to adjust that as I'm going. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It stalled the motor at 50 thousandths, but I'm going to continue to take 50 thousandths because as the diameter gets smaller, I'll be able to feed it a little faster. You have to remember, this is the Harbor Freight mini lathe. You can do a lot of things with it, but you have to adapt to the lathe. I'm going to get a dimension on here and continue on roughing this. It is just 2 inches, 300 thousandths. 2 inches, 300 thousandths, and I want to go to 1.5 inches. So that's 5, 6, 7, 800 thousandths more. Let's keep going. Let's measure this. Should be finished. 1 inch, 500 on the button. Okay, I'm going to take a face cut right here, and we're going to turn this thing around. All right. According to my scale, I'm probably within 5 thousandths. Let's turn this thing around. I am going to put a center in there. I already put a center drill in my chuck. And then I was just going to keep roughing off. It looks like about 5/8 of an inch of material. Okay, Let's just start roughing. Okay, I'm going to go over to my bandsaw and grab it with a vise and try to cut this off. This lip here will help me guide that saw blade or watch it to make sure it's not going all over the place. Okay, let's do that. Not too square, but it cut it off. Okay, let's get back over to the lathe. Okay, let's face this. I'm going to face it down to 5/8 of an inch. I think that's going to be close enough. It's 11 thousandths over. It really doesn't matter. What does matter is the diameter I'm going here. What I'm going to do is face the 1/8. Or not face it, but I'm just going to turn it. I think that's easier. Or whether it is or not, that's how I'm going to do it. Let's get into that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 95, 100, 105, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. Start roughing it. My dial is at 0. I'm going to take a measurement and see where I have to go. That is 1.5 inches. So I got 250 thousandths to go. Less than that. Going to 256. Let's see. $255.5. I'm going to face that, and then I'll put the wheel on it and see how good it fits or don't fit. And it looks nice. It's a snug fit, but it fits. And that's kind of what you want, is a snug fit. It'll fit a little easier. This thing is still pretty warm. I'm going to drill through with a number 7 drill and put a 1/4 20 tab. That will be for the washer to hold that wheel on. First, I'm going to put a spot in there. Next, I'm going to drill my number 7 drill, and I'm going to drill it all the way through the part. And I'm through. While it's in the machine, I'm going to tap it right away. I like to start my tap by holding it with a center to make sure it goes in straight. And what I like to use is this center. It has a spring load on it. I like to load this up. If you watch that, I like to load it up a 1/2 inch or so and then start tapping. And every once in a while, I could load it up again. Of course, I don't need this much thread, but I don't know exactly how much thread I will use. I still need to drill and put a boring bar in there and bring that to size. That was 10 millimeters. Actually, the shaft is just a couple thousandths under 10 millimeters. All right, I'm going to turn this thing around, find the tools I need to drill and bore that to size. I'm going to drill that 10 millimeter hole, about 30 thousandths under, so I could take a bore pass or two. Let's start drilling this. $350, 4, 5, 6, 650 thousandths. It's vibrating pretty good when it started. It calmed down once the whole diameter got in there. I have a solid carbide boring bar. Yeah, it fits in there. Put that all the way into the back of my hole, set my dead stop. Not doing this very precise, but we'll see how it comes out in the end. Almost forgot. To measure the hole, I'll be using my calipers, but in the end, I have some go, no-go pins. And for people who don't know what that means, that's an industry standard. A go pin. I want this hole to be, what did I say? 392 to 395. So my go pin, which I have colored green, has to go in there because it's a 392 pin. My no-go pin, which I colored red, cannot go in there because it is 396, and I don't want to go any more than 395. So 392, 396. Go, no go. Before I get to this, I will be using my calipers to see where I'm at. Don't look too bad. Let's see where it is with my calipers. I got 368. Close to that, 68. Let's check that with my go pin. Go pin goes in. Let's check my no-go pin. That should not go in. And no matter how I try, it does not go in. So the pins fit the way they should. My go pin goes. My no-go does not go in there. So I think I have accomplished what I set out to. Although I really don't like the mess I made, but that's part of it. It fits on here, and that's what we were going for. Nice, snug fit. And I would say, outside of finding a washer for this thing, and putting a set screw in here, I'd say we've accomplished what we set out to do. We made an adapter for my wheel that will fit onto my disc sander. So I think this video is coming to an end. I'm going to call it a wrap. So until next time, enjoy.